Spurs fans, free agency starts tomorrow. Cheap plug will be live at 6 p.m. Eastern for it. Now, who do the Spurs need to say goodbye to?
Go, Spurs, go, 'cause the Giants stay.
What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. Hope you had a great weekend. And right now, our Spurs have 9 players under contract, and that number will bump up to 11 once they sign Jaden Quintance and Terrence Reed Jr. We also have to assume that Jacoby Gillespie and Malik Brown are going to take up 2 out of their 3 two-way contracts. So let's look at the guys that are not under contract for next season, what they made, and what they did last season. And then for each player, I'll say whether we should bring them back or not. Of course, while we're doing this, drop a comment if you agree, disagree, etc., etc. First up, Harrison Barnes. Played in 77 games, 26 minutes, 10 points. Shot 46, 39, 83. And he made $19 million last season. Harrison Barnes. He'll be 35 next season. His production was going down as the season progressed to the point where he didn't even play in game 3 to 5. 3, 4, 5 of the NBA Finals. He is a great locker room guy, though, and a fantastic community guy. So should the Spurs bring him back? I'm going to say yes. However, it's going to need to be at a huge discount. The Spurs are not going to pay him $19 million again. I'm thinking a team-friendly contract of 2 years for $10 to $12 million, maybe even less, who knows. Seems to like it in San Antonio. He's playing with a contender and has been a big part of the community since he's joined, so I think he'll stick around, but there's going to be a huge pay cut. Moving right along. Kelly Olynyk. Really no point in going over his production because there ain't much there. He made $13.4 million last season. You didn't. Some of you were surprised when you saw that when I did a different video. You're like, he made $13 million? Yeah, $13 million to be on the bench and wear a headband. To his credit, he did buy suits for the Spurs. Anyway, Kelly will be 35 next season. This is an obvious no way. Terrence Reed Jr. is going to take his spot. Next. Jordan McLaughlin. Didn't play a lot, but when he was in there, I thought he was fairly solid. League minimum, $2.3 million. He'll be 30 next season. This is a probably not unless we have an open roster spot after everything's said and done, but I think David Jones-Garcia is going to take his spot. But if he stays, okay, so be it. Lindy Waters III brought in for his three-point shooting, and he didn't really give us three-point shooting with 34%. His time faded as the year went on, and I don't think, did he play at all in the playoffs minus garbage time? Probably not. He will be 29. Pass. That's thanks, but no thanks. See David Jones-Garcia. I think David Jones-Garcia takes his spot as well. The one and the only Biyombo, the Bismack Biyombo, played 25 games, not even a point a game, league minimum. He'll be 34 next season, and this is a maybe. Wemby seems to get a lot of ice from him on the sideline, or could we see Bismack Biyombo if there's an open spot as an assistant coach on the team? I think he stays with the Spurs. It's just a question is how. If he does stay with the Spurs, though, on the roster, it's going to be the 15th spot. But somebody's got to go there, right? The other GOAT, Mason Plumlee. I mean, barely played. He played 6 games. 8 minutes a game, he played 6 games. He'll be 37 next season. And to his credit, he made all 2 of his shots this season for the Spurs. This is obviously a no as well. Although I will always remember that hard foul on Jared McCain in the Thunder series. You know what? Well, I'm a little side tangent here. Since we're talking about older backup centers, do you realize that Plumlee, Biyombo, and Olynyk are all 33 or older, and we're all unplayable in the finals? So you have 3 aging centers unplayable in the finals. That is poor roster construction. And when you put that into perspective, the Spurs were still this close to winning the NBA Finals. If our roster was built a little better, I think, we take New York down, but these guys, they were just unplayable. Mason Plumlee will not be back. Actually, I wouldn't be shocked if he retires, right? It's going to be 30, probably retire. Harrison Ingram. The asterisk, by the way, you're going to see on any players moving forward is G League. Harrison Ingram actually did well in Austin. 17 points, 49, 33, 64. I have question marks for his dollar signs because he's on a 2-way contract and don't know what his salary will be next year if he stays on a 2-way or a regular contract, etc. But Harrison Ingram, we're 24 next season, And I don't know if he stays. He could be the last two-way contract unless someone really outplays him in the summer league. Some have been saying TSR, the Spurs have invited the Chinese Wemby guy over, but I haven't seen anything official as of yet. I see rumor pages saying that, but I don't see a legit source, and I don't want to report on it until there's actually someone like Shams or anybody from ESPN or one of the trusted Spurs sites, Pounding the Rock, Spurs Talk, something like that. They're reporting it, and I'm not seeing, as far as I know, any legit source saying he's coming. So, yeah, Harrison Ingram could possibly stay on the roster. Another cheap plug alert, by the way. The Spurs Summer League starts this Friday. No rest for me. I'll be live for some of the games, probably not all of them, but I definitely want to call the first few because I want to see Terrence Reed Jr., Malik Brown, and Jacoby Gillespie in action, and they're definitely going to play, I would think, the first few games. So anyway, Harrison Ingram, he's in the maybe land. JJG, a blistering 25.5 points per game with Austin last season. Now, he wasn't the most efficient player. He'll be 25 next season. He had the surgery in February to consider, but I'm with you guys. A lot of you think he'll be on a contract next season, and I tend to agree unless there's some kind of issue with his injury that I'm not aware of or haven't seen. I think he'll be on a regular contract. Last but not least, Emmanuel Miller. I still don't know who this is. If you put 10 Spurs that have played in Austin the last decade, I don't think I would be able to, random guys, I don't think I'd pick him out of a lineup. I really don't know who he is. I know he'll be 27. There's his production. He played, I think, with 3 different teams in the Summer League, or with 3 different teams with the G League last season. No, he's not coming back. Once a Spur, always a Spur. I don't know. With all that said, here's my prediction for the roster for next season. The obvious ones on the left: Wemby, Fox, Castle, Harper, Vassell, Champagnie, Kornet, Johnson, Bryant, Reed Jr. JQ will be on the roster, will be under contract. I don't think, if he plays at all next season, I don't think we see him until after the All-Star break. The Spurs are going to be extremely cautious with that knee. They've invested a lot already with him by taking him 20th overall in this year's draft. You don't want to take any chances. He's still very young. I think we'll see him post All-Star break or not at all. It's going to depend on how his knee's looking, how he's feeling. I wish him the best in his recovery. So he's going to take up a roster spot and not be playable. So that's actually going to limit our roster to 14. So it's important for the Spurs, Brian Wright, the front office, etc., to make the right moves this offseason. After JQ, I have free agent question mark. Do we sign one guy? Do we sign 2 guys? Are they going to try to sign Rui Hachimura or John Collins? You know, they both kind of seem to fit with our MLE of around, is it 15 or 16 million? So I think we'll get a free agent or 2. And as far as the returning vets, do they bring back Barnes, Biyombo, or both? There's a lot of question marks in our last 4 spots of the roster. The first 11 are solidified, but those last 4, who's it going to? One of those vets is getting it. It's going to be Barnes or Biyombo. I fully expect one of those guys to come back. I wouldn't be shocked if both come back. Could we see Jordan McLaughlin come back as well, and they only signed 1 free agent? I think Jordan would be my pick, by the way. If I'm picking 3 guys to return, it's going to be Barnes, Biyombo, and McLaughlin, even though you're probably not going to be able to get a lot of quality minutes at any of those guys. And then we've got a free agent. And then we got our G Leaguers, our 2-way contracts, Gillespie, Brown, and Ingram. You switch that around a little bit, it'll say big. Gillespie is actually becoming an intriguing prospect to me. Could he actually find his way up into the main roster a few minutes here and there? Maybe. Malik Brown, maybe. Harrison Ingram. I think he's stuck in Austin. All right. That's my predicted roster for next season. Now the question is, who do you think is staying? It might probably be easier. I'm doing a video, so I obviously have to go over everybody. It might be just be TSR. This is who I think is staying, because whoever you don't say is staying, that's not under contract, is obviously going. So there's a question. You drop a comment. Who do you think is staying out of Harrison Barnes, Kelly Olynyk, Jordan McLaughlin, Lindy Waters, Bismack Biyombo, Mason Plumlee? And then our 2-way guys, Harrison Ingram, David Jones-Garcia, and Emmanuel Miller. What do you think happens with them? Once a Spur, always a Spur. I appreciate your time. Hope you're having a great Monday. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe to become part of the best San Antonio Spurs channel in Connecticut. Can I say that? I think I can. I don't know. The most electrifying San Antonio Spurs channel in Connecticut. All right, that's all I got. Thank you, and as always, go Spurs go.